Today, I'm planning on taking the family on a sleigh ride, but as you can see, there's no snow, so the plans are changing. Kind of. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter von Panda. It's Saturday morning here, and it's the middle of January, but as you can see, we don't have any snow on the ground. So when I booked this sleigh ride, I was expecting there to be more snow, but we've had a bit of a heat wave here in the last week or so. It's always been in the low 40s, and so everything is gone. But it's still a little cold. You can probably see my breath there. But nonetheless, we're going up to lower Wisconsin. So if you live in the lower Wisconsin area or the southern Wisconsin area or the northern Illinois area, we're actually heading to Sturtevant, Wisconsin to a place called Holler, which actually is a farm that participates in a lot of the farmers markets around here, but they do sleigh rides. But when the weather is too warm for sleigh rides, they convert that into a carriage ride, I think. So kind of was hoping to show you the sleigh ride, but we will show you the carriage ride instead. So this little guy will be his first time, well, one to Wisconsin, but around a horse and all that. So we will check that out. But let's go see what the non-sleigh ride carriage ride is like. From the northern Chicago suburbs, it takes only about 45 minutes to get there. It's just past the Mars Cheese Castle. All right, we have arrived up here in Sturtevant, Wisconsin at Holler. Like I said, I think it's kind of an orchard, but they seem to have a lot of animals. It's totally family friendly. They have this whole little village here and this general store. I would definitely check that out if you are here. And then you can see behind me here, we have this pony ride area and actually a play area for kids. So lots of stuff here. So what I need to do here is, because we kind of cut it pretty close, got to figure out where our carriage ride is. So let's go find out. When you head inside the Holler main room, there is a greeting area for the restaurant. There is a little shop next door to that. There is a shop for their baked goods in the back, and then you can actually buy a number of their things like a pie or donuts or cider right at the counter in the front there. They also sell a bunch of souvenirs, so I definitely looked around to see if anything would fit an XL or an extra small, baby. So you can find something to commemorate your trip there. Over on the left side as you come in is basically like a gift and supply store, a nice little fireplace in there. This is also part of the restaurant, so you can sit out on their porch area or inside. The kitchen is in the back. If you are going to get their holiday meals, so around the holidays they will often offer a turkey or a roast beef or a turkey meal complete with mashed potatoes and all the fixings and all that kind of stuff. This is where you would generally pick it up. You can also get some of the refrigerated items here, their kitchen items, entrees, those types of things. Meats and a bunch of the beverages. If you're up in Wisconsin, you can get New Glarus there. I don't think you can find it anywhere else. They also have a little bar there, although I've never seen anyone just kicking back with a cool drink there. Then if you head towards the back here, you can certainly pick up a bottle of cider or sparkling cider if you like. But this is where their refrigerator is. I think they keep a lot of cheese back here. There are a lot of their smaller canned goods like jams and cheese curds, and you can pick up their sweets too, including their pies and refrigerated apple. You can pick up the apple cider here, so that's obviously a big thing that they make on the orchard. They also had right in the middle here, which was nice, is make your own gift box. So you take a box and you fill it with a bunch of their jams or spreads and those types of things, so you can pick exactly what you want or what you want to give as a gift. Step out through the side door there, and that takes you outside where they have a fire pit as well as an igloo, a warming igloo that you can go into in the cold weather. Now the family around the fire has just come off their carriage ride, so just a little bit up the path here is where they have the carriage on the horses. So this is where we will load up. It's 2 horses and a wheeled carriage. Again, if this were a snow-covered day, this would be a sleigh, and I actually think that the sleigh ride might be really smooth because, the packed snow makes it a nice smooth surface. But this is going to be on wheels, kind of similar to what I would expect a hayride to be. It's actually a fairly large carriage, even though it is marked for 10 people, or they will sell up to 10 people for it. Obviously, it's pretty big. I think in a pinch you could squeeze a lot more people in there. Probably 6 or 7 people on each side, maybe even more with kids. But they sell it by 10 people, and at about $100 for the ride, it lasts, 20 or 30 minutes in total. I think it's actually a pretty good value per person. Now, in this case, we had 2 gentlemen taking us around the orchard. One of them was telling us a little bit about the orchard, and I was asking some questions about what they grow there and kind of how they prune the trees and things like that. But because it's not snowing here, you are on the path. In some cases they go onto some of the grassed areas, but it's probably not as smooth as it would be on a wintry sleigh ride over flatter snow. So keep in mind, if you are going to get the carriage ride, it's a little bit bumpy, but kind of what you would expect from a carriage ride. Now here they are only going through basically the orchard areas, and so what you'll notice even in the winter here, there isn't a lot of tree cover. This is not like taking a sleigh ride through the forest. You know, in fact, they cover the whole 78 acres of the farm from corner to corner in what it looks like a big figure 8 pattern. So you actually see the area where they have the ponies and some of the attractions. You go by their silos and they bring you back to where you started. And so it's a nice peaceful ride. It would be even more impressive, I think, if it were, you know, the snow covered fields here. But if you're looking for something to go through the trees, a lot of canopy, you know, a sleigh ride kind of off an orchard in a forest would probably be the right thing. Now you can certainly take some pictures, and they took some pictures for me of the family, so that was really nice too. All right, just came off the sleigh ride, and as we were pulling in, someone came out and met us, and actually what she gave us is a couple of packages for s'mores, which are awesome, and these really long sticks, and then also a couple of cups of hot cider here, very warm, and there's this fire here, so sit around here, warm up, and roast some marshmallows. But then also over here, they actually have like an igloo, and it's like a warming room, so you can go in there, close it up, get nice and warm, or you can go inside the store as well. But a little hot cider by the fire here, this is going to be a nice way to round it out, and then do some shopping and take home some sweets too. So pretty fun all in all, and everyone seemed to have a pretty good time. No crying, which I was worried that I might, but none of us did. All right, if you want to go out to Holler and take the sleigh ride or the carriage ride, I think you're going to be treated very well. This is what the Midwest is all about. Come check them out. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.